Okay, now we are live on YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Good evening. I'm Marcos, and I'm here with Juliano today to another immersion on Talk and Talk. Today, we are gonna talk about productivity and time management hacks. But before we start, let me make a quick introduction about Talk and Talk. Talk and Talk is not a school. Talk and Talk is a conversation platform for beginner, intermediate, and advanced English speakers. In fact, not only for English speakers. Now we have conversations about Spanish, Italian, French, and German too. So you can find immersions and conversations classes about these 5 languages here. As I told you before, Talk and Talk is not a school, and I'm not a teacher. I'm not here to teach you nothing. In fact, I'm here to learn, and being a host is just a step in my learning journey, okay? We truly believe that everyone here will get fluency through practicing real conversation. So that is the reason why we run these immersions, so we can choose a team and talk about it. That is the way we get our increase of our vocabulary. We get used to speak in a foreign language. Let me introduce myself. I'm Marcos. I'm 48 years old. I live in São Paulo. I'm married. I'm father of 2 girls, Elena and Eloisa. They are twins. They are teenagers too. In my free time, I love to spend time with my family. One of my hobbies is cooking, so I love to cook for ourselves in the weekends. But we love to travel, to go to park, to walk to the nature, ride a bike. We love to go to the beaches too. Professionally, I work in the technology field. I have a background as a software engineer, but I have been a project manager for the last 20 years. I'm here in Talk and Talk for 6 months. And I've been leading immersions since December, 3 months by now. Actually, I lead 2 different immersions. This one on Thursdays, 7 p.m., and another one on Tuesdays, 6 p.m. Okay? Juliano, please introduce yourself.
Okay, good evening, guys from YouTube. My name is Juliano. I am 21 years old. I am science and technology student. I really like to study with Americas, IT, and a lot of other things. I really like reading manhwas, watch animes. What else? Travel to the beach. I really like to swimming, to be there, enjoy the weather. And yeah, sometimes I like to play soccer with my friends. And that's all, I think.
Are you good playing soccer?
No, I am tired. Retired.
I can understand, man. I love to play soccer. Until my 15 or 16 years old, I used to play soccer probably every day in my life. But I had no ability. I was the famous ball owner, so I could be chosen as a goalkeeper. Okay, let's start our immersion today. The question number 1 is, how do you usually plan your day? Do you follow a specific system, Juliano?
So, first of all, I think I don't follow a specific system. And I usually now because I began to work Monday as internship, so I'm trying get used to my routine now. So I wake up around 8 8 a.m., 8:30 a.m. and I, you know, brush my teeth, have breakfast sometimes, and 9 a.m. I begin to work, and I keep work until midday because have lunch, and after when is 4 p.m. I finish my day at work, and after that I need to go to my college because I need to get there 7 p.m. and I stay there until 22:30 p.m., sometimes until 11. I made a mistake. I stay there until 10 and 30
Okay.
p.m. Yeah. Or sometimes 11 p.m., And I get home almost midnight, but I don't go to the college every day. This semester, I am just going on Monday, Thursdays, and sometimes Wednesdays because is every other week, So I have class on the Wednesday every other week, So that's it, my routine. I ain't trying getting used to this kind of routine because the last week I wasn't working, so now I am working, so I'm trying to get used.
Nice. And is your school near to your home?
No, I need take two bus together.
Oh, guy. That's hard. And you
That's
live in
hard.
São Paulo, right?
I live in São Paulo, São Bernardo.
São Bernardo. I know São Bernardo. I made my I studied my high school in São Bernardo. Here
Yeah,
in a school that don't exist anymore. The name was ENIAC, and ENIAC is the name of the first uh, large machine computer, large mainframe that was invented. And the school was near to the Ferrazópolis
I
bus
know, no,
terminal.
I know.
I was,
I didn't know
I
that you used to have a school there.
Yes, there was a school near there. I studied my high school there. Okay, let me talk about the way I plan my day. I am a person of routine. I need routine. I don't work well in the middle of the chaos. So I used to plan my day, even my entire week ahead, and I prioritize the most important tasks, the most important work, the hardest ones to the mornings, because I'm an early bird person. If I engage in a subject early in my day, I will finish it no matter what happens till the end of the day. But if I leave an important task to start in the middle of my afternoon, in the middle of my day, I will probably fail with it. And when I learned this, I started planning my day ahead, taking a look to my tasks, to my duties, and prioritizing them in this way I told you. And another hack that I use is to start my day uh, going to the gym. I don't know why, but going to the gym in the morning before I start work gives me more capacity of keep myself concentrated in what I in my tasks, in my duties, and this gives me an additional energy. And it's interesting because most of the time I leave gym tired, physically tired, but mentally energized. So I sit here. I'm still here in my office. I work at home, so I have an office here. I'm still at my office, but when I go to the gym, I feel myself energized all day long. Uh, Today is a rest day for me. So today I didn't went to the gym, and Thursdays are days that I fight a lot with my tasks, with my schedule. That is the way I organize things, and that is my system. That is what works for me.
I was
Planning ahead.
thinking,
Please
I
go
was
ahead.
thinking you said that you usually go to the gym at the morning before to work, right?
Yes,
But you do you not feel tired when you go to the gym at the morning? Because I feel very tired, and I feel sleepy,
man. The key is to have uh, a good night of sleep. So you go to school sometimes and you come home late. But for me, to give you an example, I am at bed at at maximum at 10 p.m. 10 p.m. I'm still sleeping. So when I wake up 5 a.m., I slept 7 hours, and uh, I usually have good seven sleep hours. So this gives me this energy. I pay attention to my diet during the day. So I made I used to have nutritional uh, foods, lunch, breakfast. So this helps me with this energy. But if I don't sleep well, or if I don't care enough about my food during this day, yes, I will probably feel tired and feel asleep too.
I get it now. As you said, sleep early is the key.
Yes, sleep early is the key, and this is tough. Yesterday, I was uh, I felt myself tired at the end of the day, not during uh, work or even during my my last immersion at Talk and Talk, but once I stopped, had my dinner, I felt myself tired, and I think I was sleeping 9 p.m. So today I wake up completely energized. Today was uh, a good day with energy because of this uh, quality sleep I had. But even though I missed that endorphin, that energy from the gym.
I get it.
Okay, okay. Question number two. Juliano, what is your biggest challenge when it comes to productivity?
I think I am trying and I am doing it is I had a problem sometimes to keep constant, a lot of times. I usually have trouble with procrastinate, but I'm trying to improve this because it's very hard to me. I like to do the things, for example, I like to study, I like to do things that I know that is important to me, but a lot of times when I am trying to do it, I don't want to do, but when I begin, I don't stop, you know. So I have this trouble of procrastination, but I am trying and I think I am doing a good job, But it's something that I know that is a weakness that I have. So if I don't pay attention about it, it can prejudice me a lot.
Great. Self-knowledge is important. I think that is the starting point when we decide to improve. You talked about procrastination, and yes, that is hard. And there are so much technology available for us today that makes procrastinating so easy. We are working. I don't know if you work remotely or if you go to an office. Where do you work?
I work from home,
Oh,
but I need to go to the office just 1 day a week.
great. So you work remotely 80% of your week, and you are alone. You have your own computer there, probably a second screen. You have your smartphone at your hands, and it's tough to fight against this stimulus, this uh, technology available, so you don't fail procrastinating. This happens to me a lot too. We are sometimes I see myself in an endless meeting. I was there 90% of the time just listening, and there are a warning message from an email, from a chat, from whatever, from WhatsApp. And if I don't concentrate myself and don't keep the focus, I will probably lose that, lose the focus. And when I see, I will be in that mode of procrastinating, and this crashes our productivity. I think that is, as you said, for me too, for me also is this the biggest challenge to be productive every single day.
Yes, I agree with you. As you said, we have all the time the technology available for us. And this is a big problem here because in the same environment that we work and the same tool that we usually use to work is the same tool that we usually use to have leisure, to have fun, to have a good time. And
Yeah,
this is a big problem because when we stop to work or when we stop to study, you can use the same thing to have fun, in the same environment and in the same tool, you can do a lot of things.
that's it. Separate work and slack time is hard. Needs us to be very disciplined with our time. Okay, let's move on. Question number 3. Do you consider yourself more of a morning person or a night owl, and why? Let me start answering this. As I told before, I'm a morning person. I'm an early bird. If I have something, some important task, and it will last the entire day, I need to engage in it since the morning, since the first hours. And if I feel myself engaged in it, I can deal with that till the end of the day with the same energy. But if I left to start at night or at afternoon, it's hard to me. For giving you an example, it was hard for me at the beginning engage with talk and talk immersions because I don't have time in the morning. I don't have available time in the morning to engage, in part because of the gym and other duties at home with my family, with my daughters leaving them to school. I start working at 9 a.m., so I don't have this time, and I needed to concentrate myself in my goal to be here and talk at night. And the way it's working for me is I schedule immersions at 6 p.m. That is the time when I stop working. And if anyone schedule a meeting that will go beyond 6, I deny. 6, I close my working notebook, working laptop, open my personal laptop, and immediately engage in talk and talk. Even on Thursdays, when I lead this immersion at 7, I usually engage in another immersion at 6. Because if I leave this blank space at, between 6 and 7, it will be hard for me to be here, to start anything at night. And you, are you more morning person or a night owl?
I am a little different. I am more night person. I think I works better at night. Uh, in the morning I am always very sleep, you know. And at night, I don't know, my brain and my body, I can work very better. I don't know why. I think maybe because I- when I was a when I was a kid, I used to, you know, sleep late because I used to like to play games. So I don't know, maybe that's the reason, but I think nowadays I try and change this. So when it's 10 p.m. I am sleepy, very sleepy, but I even feel like my body works better at night.
Really interesting, interesting. And what do you do when you have important things to do during the morning?
I think when I have important things to do in the morning, I don't know explain the reason that it happened, but my brain and my body works the right way when I know that I have some important thing to do in the morning, you know. But for example, I need to work in the morning. I uh wake up very well, you know. Not very well, but I wake up good, you know. But if I will not work, you know, for example, Saturday or uh Sunday, you know. So Saturday and Sunday I don't work, so I can't get wake up early, you know. I can't because my body know and my brain knows that I don't have something important in the morning, so I can't do it. I don't know explain what it happens, the reason, you know, why it happens, but it happens to me. So when I have some important thing to do, I wake up good, you know.
Great. It's discipline. No matter what was your preference, you are disciplined to deal with your duties. I have to do this in a way that is not my preference, but I will deal with this in the better way.
Makes sense.
Nice, nice. It's a quality. Congratulations. Question number 4. How how do you handle distractions when you are trying to focus on something?
This is hard, I think. I think nowadays what I try to do a lot of times is put the distraction far from me, you know. So for example, I think my cell phone it's a good distraction. So I try put far away from me, you know, because it's the best thing.
Great.
But I when I am doing other kind of thing like using my computer is a thing that I can use to study, but it's a something that I can use to it 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 can be a distraction to me. So what I usually do, um, I like to put I think have a right name, but I don't remember. Is let's go for example study 30 minutes and after you know I think it's Pomodoro and after
Yes.
you know let's I don't know listen a song, read something, you know. I try to do it so this way I can feel good to study and to do other things, you know. I feel good, you know, doing something like that.
Great. Pomodoro technique is a great, it's a great way to help us to keep focused. The the central thinking of it is you slice your hour in two large blocks of 25 minutes and one small block of 5 minutes that you uh, slack on that time. This 5 minutes slices for slacking time. So this the guys believe that this helps us to keeping focused during this 25 minutes. I use this and usually it helps me too. But you told interesting things, leaving distractions away. Yeah, if we have to, if you need to put focus and the smartphone, the cell phone is a distraction, leave it, mute it, and out of uh, uh, your door, your home. It's a good technique. I don't use it, and I will try. But I will tell you an interesting thing that works for me. When I have an important appointment, maybe an interview or an important meeting with uh, directors or customers, I need to wear shoes. I need to, usually I work, I spend my day with sandals, but if I have this important meetings and I need to keep focused, keep myself concentrated during that time, I need to wear shoes. It looks like if I was at the office, and this helps me. This gives me this feeling of not the feeling, but this strengthness to keep myself concentrated. It's interesting, and I don't know any other person do this. Some people usually work on their pajamas, and they could work well. At work, I work with software developers, and the guys usually never work with their cameras opened because they work with no shirt. I can't work in this way. And if I have this important meeting, I need to improve my concentration during that time. I go to my closet and wear a shoe. What do you think about this
I think
craziness?
I think it's very good because I was thinking here, and I think when I usually the past when I was doing a lot of interviews when I was unemployed, I I used to do the same thing, you know. I put shoes, I wear shoes, you know, and go to do the interview, you know, at home, you know. And now I am working and I like to put my identification, you know, in my nick, you know, my ID, and I work with my identification in my neck, you know, because I
You
don't know,
know,
I feel comfortable, you know, doing it, you know. It's like I am not in the office. I am in my home, but I don't know. I think I have a better immersion, you know, when I do it, you know. I feel more concentrate. I am living that moment, that environment, you
it's
know.
interesting. It's like uh, a shield. Um, Not in fact a shield. I don't know how to say this in English. Let me see the translator. It's like a dome. We created these hacks and they works as DOM. Okay, uh, I'm using this, so now I am at the office and I'm in the office mood. But without this, it's just like, oh no, I'm at home mood, and at home I can act different. I feel I understand what you said because I feel myself in the same way.
It's
I never
very
thought I never
good.
thought about working with you said it need Nick.
Yeah, I think it's Nick, pescoço, right?
Ah, Nick, yes. Neck.
Using the neck, yes.
Yes. You put your badge at the neck.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. I never thought about this because I don't like to use badges, even if I am at the office. I hate badges. But even I know they are important for security, for communication. People don't have to remember your name, especially if they are meeting you for the first time. And the badge is important, but I really don't like to wear this.
Yes, I get it.
Okay, okay. Let's move on. Um, I will jump to question number 6. Do you think multitasking is effective, or does it reduce productivity, and why?
So I think it can be the both, I think uh depends how we do it, because I think he do a lot of things, multitasking. It can be a skill, but a lot of times to multitask it's not good because sometimes you are doing so much things and you can't do those things the best way that you know could do if you was doing just one task, or two tasks. It's because you can't give the same effort, for a lot of things. So I think it depends a lot if you know, can do a lot of multitask the right way, give the right importance, the right attention. Okay, I think it can be effective. But if you can't do the right attention for the task, it's not good, because it's about results, If you do a lot of things and you have a good result doing a lot of things, and you can feel your body good, your brain, your health, mind health, I forgot the word, but your mind good, So it's good, works, but a lot of people when do a lot of tasks have trouble, with their health, and it can be very bad. So I think can be the both depends, how it is for someone.
I totally agree with you, man. You can't be more right on your points. There is a study uh, that says that we lost something like 20% of of our time when we are commuting tasks. If you are working in two different tasks at the same time, at the end of that period, the sum of the work you produced will result in at no more than 80% of what you could have produced if you just focused on one task. And if you are multitasking in 4 or 5 different tasks, we will just produce 20% of your time. 80% it will be uh, it will be lost time. So I don't know any way that multitasking can be effective. As I told you before, I'm a project manager. I've been leading software development teams for a while. And every time when I look to my team and I see one person who is working in two different tasks at the same time, I see someone who will be less productive at the end of the day, at the end of the week, at the end of the sprint. And I used to show the person, look at this. Last week or last sprint, she worked in just one task at a time, and you finished this amount of work. This week, this sprint, you worked in two, three, four different tasks at a time. And usually people say, no, but I was not working all these tasks. I was coding one of them. The another one was with someone doing code review. The QA was testing. The third one, yes. And all these tasks in any moment asked for your attention. The guy who was reviewing your codes probably sent you a message to uh, talk about anything on your code, to take out some doubts. The QA did the same. Then you stopped coding, go there, uh, talk in that second task, talk with your guy. Then you, okay, I stopped. Let me get a cup of coffee. Let me go do something. Let me check my email. And when you see, you lost 1, 2, 3 hours of productivity. So I took this to myself. I try to work all the time, focused on just one thing. If I'm working, as I told you before, I'm an early bird. I used to engage in my most important task at the beginning of the day, but the we can't control every detail in our days or in our lives. So someone schedule a meeting in the middle of my morning or at the beginning of the afternoon. So okay, I will be I will have some interruption. I will keep myself focused on the task, and I will establish a goal. What should I complete until this interruption, until this meeting? Oh, okay, I can do this. Then I will put myself to work to get that goal done. Because if we, and then, okay, I stop, go to that meeting, take my coffee, take my water, as everyone, because I'm human too, and then we are all humans. But when I came back to that task, I think that okay, I was not continuing something that was interrupted. I will go to the second part because before that interruption, I finished the first time, the first part. I got the first goal, so I will move on until the second goal and so on. What do you think about this?
Yes, I think that's the right way, you know. I was thinking here, with task, maybe it's not good because, one at a time you can give the best attention, the best focus. And I was thinking about myself. I usually, I used to try do a lot of things, at a time. Not at, no, not at a time, but I used to do a lot of things in the same time, but it never worked with me. And I used to think, oh, maybe there are something wrong with me, because a lot of people do a lot of things, in the same time, but I can do it. I think it works better when I just do one at a time. And after some immersions here on Talk and Talk that talk about tasks, multitasks, I could learn about about it better, that sometimes is more important do one at a time to have more productivity, you know, and learning more.
Great. Yes, man. It's my wife giving you an example on the other way. She thinks herself as a multitasking person, and she starts two, three, four different tasks at a time, and she finishes uh, each one at the end of the day, at the end of that period, and she works a while in the task one, then she stops and goes to the task two, task three, task four. Then she come back to task two, come back to task four. She has no order to deal with that. Or we work 10 minutes in each one in this order. No, she works in this way and it works better for her. And sometimes we engage in conversations about this because I tell her, oh, I work a completely different way. And if I have to deal with my tasks in this way, I will probably feel myself crazy. I will be probably so unproductive that I will feel myself very frustrated. But it works for her. But in fact, I don't advise anyone to work in this way because I feel that this multitasking, having so many different uh, goals running at the same time can make us feel anxious, can gives us this anxiety. And I really don't advise anyone to run in this way. Okay, Juliano, 7:57. I think we don't have time for anyone questions. How did you think about what did you think about this immersion? Do you have any comments and feedback for me?
I think it was a good subject and a good immersion. I could learn about a lot of things to be more productive with you. So thanks a lot for this immersion.
All right, thanks you to you shared interesting advices. That leave distractions out of the room is amazing. It's so simple, but so smart. I will try and give you a feedback about this in another immersion that we found ourselves together.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you so much, man. Good evening. Have a nice evening. And I hope to see you in next immersion too.